Alright, we're back in Raiders of the Broken Planet. This is the third premium campaign, and honestly, I've had some pretty negative thoughts about this series as far as the first two portions of it. This is somewhat of a free-to-play to test, and then premium experience if you get the full sort of package, or even you can individually buy the various episodes. It is a 4v1 most of the time game, but also just a sort of 4-player cooperative game. Personally, I think the antagonist system, which at 4v1 is absolutely terrible and makes the game basically borderline impossible to play sometimes. It's a very overwhelming sort of experience, and it can get really frustrating to play, because the AI is ridiculous at times, and then you also have some ass on, like, some by themselves, just basically ruining the experience that's already really difficult to play. So with this new pack, we get 4 more campaign levels, but they've also really revamped the whole game itself. There's a new way that you level, a new way you get guns, a new experience system. And I'm actually sort of impressed with the effort they put in here. They've really worked to making this a better experience, and I do appreciate the effort. And it doesn't have the terrible networking issues. When you load up the game, it actually connects to the server fine. I didn't have a problem there, which was nice, because that was unbearable last time. The matchmaking is much faster. Before it would take like literally, I think, half an hour or 20 minutes or so to find a match. Now it's actually, you can find a match pretty quickly. I am playing a bit on the off hour, so it's taking a bit longer, but even then sometimes I feel like instantly finding a game, which I think is nice. But as you can see, it's like really annoying. You can barely play with this ass just coming and hitting and killing you. I think it's terrible. It's a really bad mechanic, and I don't think it works for this kind of game, because it's really trying to be story specific. Like, they're trying to tell a tale, and then you're doing these missions, and there's so many AI fighting you, and then there's this dick going around shooting you, making it literally impossible to do anything. It doesn't make any sense why they would even include that kind of thing, except for being like annoying. So it's a third-person game. It is Xbox One X enhanced, in case you didn't know that, and it actually does look pretty good. He's immune? Fantastic. Oh, yep, there that guy comes and wrecks the day again. Way to ruin the experience. So anyways, 4 brand new missions. Playable in basically single player or 4 players. I don't know how you could play this in single player, but all the power to you if you think you can do that. I really don't think it's possible. In 4 players, it's overwhelming as hell. But, yeah, it's not bad. So this is one of the later levels. It's not the first one. Oh, jeez. In the first one, you're kind of taking posts, and really, I got sniped. And you're putting in the nth, which is something you can only get by punching and collecting people. You can see the foursome above his head, and you kind of put that in a machine to overload something, and you can go forward by that. Just kind of gives you an idea what you're doing. The level design is much better in this version as compared to some of the initial ones. The levels are sort of spacious, they've got large backdrops to them, they're more imaginative. I like the enemy conflicts, it seems like they've expanded that a bit. And you get these open areas to sort of work through and do that cooperatively. There's a good amount of space to actually play through these. And I also like how in one of them, anyways, yeah, it's, you know, it's got a good sense of progression, and I think they've really gotten the sort of world size and progression down in this third pack here quite a bit. Definitely plays well. So in this story arc, you know, the Raiders were trying to face the might of the Hades division. They're a powerful military organization or something like that. So we continue the struggle. There's a new character, Ayana, something like that, that joins the fold. So there's all these characters you can kind of choose between. They all got different guns and different things and different levels you can put to them. So I'm sure players will appreciate that. Nice. Trying not to get killed here. So like gunplay really isn't a huge thing in this, which is strange, as you're mostly meleeing people. There's a fair bit of gunplay, and it really depends on the character you're working with.
Soldiers, eliminate the Hollow and Constantine now. That's an order.
Teleport out of there. Yeah, this is my new character. I usually play as like a shotgun chick because she's super powerful and jumps around and super strong. But yeah, I've been enjoying this one, and I just insta-kill. I'm probably dying quite a bit. And yeah, so you get the new character, you get the new set of levels, which I think are actually pretty good. And you get the whole new progression system, which really expands the experience. If you're interested about the free-to-play aspect, suck it. There's 2 missions and 7 characters. And then you kind of go from there with additional packs if you enjoy the experience. And I mean, they have polished it, and they've made a good effort in actually, you know, really sort of expanding it and supporting the game, which is nice. So we gotta survive for a bit because we're out of lives. I haven't really been paying attention to what our actual mission is, but other people are doing it, which is nice. I've got the max amount right now. So you can put that in there. Cool, I guess we're overloading these things. That makes sense. And then you get cutscenes. There's like a full narrative and story to it. At the end of every mission, the guy's like a bit of a dick to you, and he tells you how you did, and then you sort of gamble for what kind of items you want. It's sort of weird to be playing this and not really having the same problems that I've had before. Because I gotta tell you, this game was hella frustrating. Like, I don't even think I could really go into details. You'd have to go and check out like the last sort of videos on my thoughts on it, like the other parts of it, and it just like really sucked waiting so like forever to find a match and all the connection issues. But they've cleaned it up, and it plays well. I like the new level setups. I think the new campaign's a bit of fresh, and yeah, it's a good effort here to make this a better experience. So it really is like a mix of things. You're doing all sorts of random events. I don't think I'm a fan of the sort of shielding system they have set up. There's these new shields that you have to shoot a ton in order to get by. I think those are like overkill. But I mean, you get to fight bosses, you get to overload things, you get to defend points, you get to attack enemies. There's a good variety. You get ammo from meleeing people. That's another part of why meleeing is so important in this. Jeez. Leave me alone. I'm feeling some real hostility. Jeez. Okay, well, I'm putting shots on hopefully other people are. And again, yeah, I do feel overwhelmed a bit in this at times. Jeez, and I hate the antagonist player. I think it's just like a terrible thing to do. But you can go and you can play that role if you want to just be like somebody that ruins the fun for everyone entirely. I don't at all agree with the mechanic, as I've probably mentioned a bazillion times already. I think it really does wreck the flow of it, because it's already very difficult, the amount of enemies you're dealing with. And yeah, it's like an extra thing that just doesn't need to be there. And they're so powerful always. There's always this one dick that's like a super high level, and he just comes in and wrecks everything. Keep in mind that I had like a new level when I started this DLC pack, because they redid the whole system setup as I had explained earlier. So that's why I am a lower level. I did have however many stats before in the old system. The old system's kind of garbage, it didn't really make any sense. This one definitely seems to be a bit better. Jeez. I died. Okay. Not cool in Eska. I mean, if you like the previous content and you're fine with the wait times, or maybe you have a group of friends that you've been playing with, then cool, you're gonna probably like this new pack. I'd say it's the best selection of levels they've done so far. It's a good step forward. Ow. Good variety in the content. I don't think I really liked the new character too much. I wasn't a fan of the gun she had, but I mean, something new to try, right? Jeez, what are these things? I don't know if anyone else is firing or not. I mean, I can't really tell. You can also switch perspectives if you'd like to. Jeez, alright, I gotta go find somebody to kill. Thank you.
Commencing refueling protocol. Synchronizing flight trajectory.
Yeah, we're not really cutting down on these bars very fast. This probably really doesn't help feed into my sort of what I've been describing as far as like dynamic and different sorts of levels here. That's because this is like a sort of standoff boss fight mission, so it doesn't really play into that. But other levels you are actually moving through different sections and so forth. You're not just like one area. But even then, this is kind of a spacious spot. It gives you an idea of what a typical like room area would be. And we're probably gonna fail this mission because we just get slaughtered by that antagonist. And I die a lot. I mean, I'm just trying to do the objective. So we've got to survive so that we can revive, and like for a minute, it's just so overwhelming. Always. I think I'm gonna try to stick with my squad, maybe. Yeah, a sneak attack in there. I always find it's good to kind of like just chill around, but come up when your teammate just needs you. Oh, I'm dead again. No surprise there, but I definitely do like my new character. I like the shotgun chick because she kind of like moves around fast and so forth. But yeah, this is a new one. I'm really digging the style. You know, you get an actual gun compared to some of the options. Wow, jeez. And I don't know if this guy's actually going to make it. Another 20 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to take... Oh, he got him! Nice! And I really like the art style in this one. It's got a cartoon but realistic look to it. And I think a lot of games are taking that approach. And it does actually look appealing. It's really weird to be positive towards this, considering how much I've hated the past sort of content and how the game was. But if they've cleaned things up, I mean, I'm all for it, right? They've put in the effort, and I really do appreciate that. As we continue to wage war against this thing. Thanks, teammates. I'm gonna stick with these guys. Oh, he's immune. Got your back. Let me out of here. Jeez. It's a pretty difficult boss, but not the worst. I've fought some pretty intense things in this. The weird immunity bothers me. Gotta keep an eye out for that antagonist wherever he is. Oh crap. Get out of here. Limping around like crazy. Oh crap. Must be so easy to have all these AIs annoying the hell out of people, a boss being there, and then you just get to walk in and like assassinate somebody. It's just terrible. Can't get over how bad of an idea that was. Like, I get it's kind of like a cool thing to try right now, the whole players against one player, but in this type of situation, it just sucks. It just kills the whole experience. I mean, I'm already wrapped up with enough crap going on at once. Oh, come on. Just want a breather. Feel some really hot, like real hostility from this thing. I don't even know where I'm getting attacked from right now. That's not good. Let me out. Killed you again. Everything in this is just a dick to you. And our lives are like dropping like crazy. Then you can see how it's a very overwhelming experience at times. Where it's very easy to lose. And I'm actually shocked we survived this long.
You won't be able to revive for a while.
Die! I guess I should maybe focus more on surviving as opposed to actually doing anything particular.
Refueling complete. Combat power increased.
Nice. Try to stay with my squad as best as I can so we can actually make it through this. Oh crap, it's not looking good. I was hoping we moved to more areas so I could show off more of a surreal backdrop. There's one really cool ice level where it's like big ice spikes and everything. Thought it was cool.
Initiating plasma bombing.
Crap.
Plasma cannon at maximum output.
40 seconds, that's such a long time. We are actually progressing fairly well, which I think is good. Yeah, again, it's a decent expansion. I'm quite happy with it. Oh crap. I think they've done the right things to sort of improve this game, aside from removing the antagonist entirely, because it's stupid. Now we're gonna lose because of it. Yeah, terrible idea. It's not even fair, because you can't do anything, because this guy's just a complete dick that's using everything to fight against you. Anyways, you can see the ending screen here. We've got our characters. This guy says, "Oh, you suck." No matter how well you do, and just like puts you down all the time. And then you get... Oh, that was the nicest thing he's ever said. Then you get to bid over an item and kind of go from there.
What a shame. No weapon blueprint this time.
Yeah, then you get your faction points and your gold, and you can use that to buy items, which are kind of like difficult to really acquire. They don't make it easy to get your hands on things, but whatever. So there's some potential here going forward. I'm very interested to see what they do with the next thing, and maybe they'll do a season 2, I don't know. The content, I'm sure players are appreciating the effort as far as revamping the experience and making it better, and I definitely do like that they've made this something that's not as broken